Want help to grow your business? Download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.
Young Entrepreneur Show. My name's Yvette Adams. This is the show where we talk to amazing young people doing incredible things with business. And today we're going to meet Anita Lewis, who's from Townsville, who is not only got a day job, and it's quite an intense day job as you'll soon discover, but she's also running a global business that's really going places. So welcome, Anita.
Thank you very much.
So you are in Townsville. You're actually our first Queensland guest, which I'm quite excited about because that's where I'm based. So yeah, you've come a wee way today, or you're moving to Newcastle at the moment sort of as well. So
yeah, so at the moment I'm based in Townsville, mostly due to being in the Army full time. And then they're posting us to the School of Infantry early first week in December.
Which is Newcastle.
Which is Newcastle. So we'll be moving there first week in December.
Okay, so the day job is in the Army. Tell us more about the day job so people have context before we talk about the exciting global business.
Yeah, so I've been in the Army since 2009. My main role in the Army is purchasing, is the easiest way to explain it to people. But I'm still expected to, pack march, shoot, run, walk. If they need me to jump, I jump. So I'm still a soldier at heart, and you're always a soldier first. Yep. So I've been in the Army since then, and I don't really plan to leave anytime soon. How
did you first get into the Army? Was it an aspiration, or it just kind of happened?
I was watching a recruiting ad, and I was halfway through my gap year, and I went, this sounds like a good idea, so I joined.
Okay. And sometimes they pay for your study as well. Have you been doing concurrent study while you've been in the Army?
They do pay for study, and they have paid for some of my study. They paid for my Bachelor of Science, which I'm really grateful for, so I don't have a HECS debt, but they don't pay for all study. You've kind of got to talk your way into it and see how it will help you in your defence career.
Got to be relevant to the job. Okay. And so the job that you have in the Army, what do you do day to day?
Basically purchasing and determining who pays for broken equipment. It's the easiest way to explain it.
Okay. And you were saying you have a credit card, so you're just constantly on the credit card for the Army, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Spending other people's money.
Yeah, well, spending the taxpayers' money responsibly.
Very responsibly.
So at the unit I'm currently at, based in Townsville, we react to any natural disasters within the Oceania area.
And there's been plenty in that time frame.
So we've supported Philippines, Yassi, we've supported bushfires, pretty much anything that you can think of. We're deployable, ready to go. So we need to be fit, we need to be active, the right equipment, and be able to purchase any ancillary attachments we may need to.
And how old are you?
25.
Yeah, and you're actually a mum as well?
Yeah, I've got a 3-year-old.
A 3-year-old, so it's mother of a 3-year-old in the Army full-time, and that's quite a lot on your plate. But you're studying now as well?
Yeah, I've just finished Bachelor of Cardiovascular Technology and Applied Medicine, and then hopefully start my Masters in August next year.
Wow. So before we get into even the business, that's quite a lot. Like time management must be a big thing for you. How do you manage your time?
Well, you treat your time as if it was a university timetable. You've got to have set hours, set minutes. Even if you finish something early, you still allot that set time to it to prepare for the next thing you're going to do. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to be lazy for 5 minutes. At the end of the day, you only have one life. Can you really afford to do nothing for that 5 minutes? So a big thing is discipline. Waking up same time every single day. Going to bed at the same time if you can. Obviously, some people go out drinking and partying, but getting enough sleep and putting the best into your body as well. So not eating crap on the weekend and getting enough sleep. Yeah, just doing the things that you deserve for yourself to do. And
are you a paper diary girl or a digital diary, and any cool tools you use for diary or time management?
Google Calendar.
Yeah, me
Google
too.
Calendar is the #1 resource
because
it's free and it's easy to use. You can print it out as well, and you can even fill in sync it with other people. Yep. So everyone knows what you're doing.
So you have recurring activities, but do you actually plan out your week, or how far in advance do you plan what you have to do?
So every 3 days, because I work in the Army Monday to Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is the 3 days allotted. And because my work hours are set from 7:30 to 4 p.m, those are my work time. So I don't do any business within those hours, except maybe during lunch, a few phone calls.
Okay.
But then Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Those are the next 3 days. And then Sunday is my day of rest.
Okay.
So I don't do anything on Sunday. It's all about family time.
Yep, fair enough. So you do work late at night sometimes, don't you, as well? So
Yeah.
how often and how long are you working till?
Yep, so late nights for me are a regular thing. I don't pretty much sleep until midnight, but I'm used to those sleep hours. I wouldn't recommend them to the normal person, but I've trained my body to not sleep before midnight.
Yep.
So I finish work at 4, I pick up my son 5, we have some family time, he's in bed 7:30, I'm working till midnight.
Yep.
And that's all about my business, you know, content engagement, developing content, reaching out to bloggers, Instagrammers, basically social influencers to see what they can do for my business and I can do for them.
Absolutely. So we should talk about the business. So what's the business called?
Scrub Please.
Okay, and what is it?
So basically we develop vegan bath and body products that half our products are edible. So if you eat them, ingest them, completely safe.
Yep.
So we developed this product range basically so anyone in the household could use them and they were safe for anyone in the household. Good skin habits start when they're really young child. So if they see, you know, the parents doing it or a sister doing it, they're more likely to do it themselves.
And how did you even get into this? Were you interested in skincare, beauty care? Why scrubs?
Well, I was actually in Afghanistan at the time on deployment.
Okay, as you are, as you do. Yep.
On deployment. And we had next to no products available. So I called my dad, who's a doctor, and I spoke to my mum, who's a scientist, and she said, you need these basic ingredients, see what you can do. So I went to the kitchen, I got all these ingredients, I mixed it all up and gave it out.
Yeah.
And my friends at the time deployed with me said, you should sell this. And I'm like, oh, no, thanks. Like,
were there many females or are you getting the males?
There was
I've
about
got visions
6.
of males covered in scrub.
Yeah, pretty much. Like a lot of the guys like cover themselves in it, but the dust there is so fine, it gets into every single pore. So I needed something a bit abrasive, but also like soothing as well. So I had the product, and when I returned for Christmas, people asked me if I could make it again as gifts. So I did, and then the rest is kind of history.
Okay, so we don't want to give away any IP, but like that first batch, I guess, where this whole thing started, what was in it? What could you get your hands on in Afghanistan?
Yeah, so basically coconut oil and sugar, and then vitamin E oil.
Okay.
Yeah, so really basic, doesn't contain any allergens unless you're allergic to coconut.
Okay.
So anyone could use it and it would easily wash off because you're limited shower times over there as well.
So
I need
application was literally in the shower, scrub, washes off, done. Yep. What, in 3 minutes or something like that? What was shower time?
Less than 3 minutes.
Less
so
than 3
basically
minutes.
you soap up, dry, and then get in there and rinse off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you came back and people started saying they wanted gifts and things. So how did the sort of, I guess, production line or scale things start happening?
Yeah, so I used to stay up until about 3 o'clock in the morning making products because I put one post on Facebook saying I was going to make this, and I didn't even think about what kind of pictures I was going to use. It was just literally on my kitchen bench, took a photo and used that, and I had over 200 orders within the first night.
From your mates?
Yeah, and I put it as public posts so they could share it.
Okay.
So I had 200 orders just that night alone.
Okay.
So I didn't sleep until 3 o'clock the next morning.
Packing orders?
Yeah, packing orders, making products.
Yeah. So describe the package to me as well. Like what sort of container are you presenting them in and things?
Yep, so my first ever container was
let's talk about that stuff, because it's nice for people who are starting out to
my
hear the whole
first
journey.
container was just 200 gram clear tub with just a sticker on it. Like simple. I thought, people are going to put this in the shower and it won't get wet. But then I found out that it was getting moisture in it and it was just kind of making a melty kind of mess. And then I moved to a craft packaging, but one of my competition had exact same craft packaging and they actually are trying to kind of make that their thing. So I switched to another type of packaging, which was a 200 gram matte white bag with a marble sticker on it. So that was the most appropriate packaging for the current time.
In marble sort of look
it's clean, it's a clean look, and it can either be resealable and it's completely plastic and recyclable.
Yep.
And it's from an ethical company, so
that's in line with the brand.
Exactly, yeah.
Let's even stop and talk on branding as well, because that's important. Or did you put much thought into yours, like the name and what it looked like, and what was that process for you?
So when I first started out, I basically just jumped in and went, I don't know if this is going to work, but this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So I basically went on a online design tool and went, what could I name my business? And when I was overseas and people use my products, they'd go scrub, please.
To continue enjoying this presentation, download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.